Hi, I'm Tom Scarpello of Revology Cars, and this is car number 360, a 1969 Boss 429 in jet black metallic with black Napa leather interior. Today I'm going to take you on a walk around of this car, and we're going to go for a drive. Let's get started. All right, 1969 Boss 429, jet black metallic. This is a Porsche color. It's black, but with some very fine metallic flakes in it, so it reads just a little bit gray, very, very dark gray, almost black, but really sharp color on the Boss 429. Really looks menacing, very much a badass color for this car. So Boss 429 has the extremely large hood scoop. Of course, the front is all pretty much standard Mustang with the exception of the front spoiler. Very subtle exterior appearance on the Boss 429. You've got the fender decal. The Revology Boss 429 has, of course, the 17-inch wheel, the Magnum 500 wheel with a 275 section width tire, so plenty of tire. All pretty much standard Mustang Fastback at the rear. The Boss 429 had a very subtle exterior appearance. It was all about the engine. It was all business. This car, black on black Boss 429, is also all business. Black Napa leather. This is a Porsche Napa leather. You know, sometimes simple is best. The black on black is just a classic combination and just looks amazing on this car. The IP, all our own design. The wood veneers are genuine walnut. Steering wheel, unique Revology design. All of this was styled to make it look like the original 69 Mustang interior, but obviously with modern craftsmanship and functionality. Door panel is entirely new, Revology design. Again, genuine walnut inserts. The console is our own design, as is the shift knob. And the Boss is equipped with cup holders, which are available when you need them. A nice little feature, courtesy of Mazda. Thanks, Mazda. Actually, we have Mazda to thank for quite a few things. I won't go into all the details, but we do use quite a few Mazda OEM parts on Revology Mustang. So the carpet is the molded nylon loop carpet. Of course, the seats are upholstered in the same Porsche Napa leather. This car has the solid inserts. You can get the inserts with perforated leather or woven leather or Alcantara. So a lot of options on the interior. Really, because we have designed the interior and we build all the interiors in-house, there is really a lot of flexibility in terms of the interior materials and color choices available. So you can really personalize your Boss Mustang interior. So I'd like to talk about our new premium audio system. The system is from Harman Kardon. This is the first time that we have worked with Harman Kardon, and we're extremely impressed with the results. Up until this point, we've been pretty much relegated to using aftermarket audio components and doing the best that we could with them. We've had some help in terms of the tuning, but not to the level of development support that we had from Harman Kardon. They literally sent 2 sound engineers to work with us for several days and tune the digital signal processing of this system for the Boss cabin. You know, the automotive environment is a horrible environment for acoustics, with sound bouncing off the glass, and you've got a lot of things in the interior that block sound, like seats. And it's also a terrible environment for the equipment itself. It's subject to a lot of heat, there's humidity. It's just not a pleasant environment. It's a difficult challenge. So to have a system that works properly but is also durable is quite an endeavor. I'm really impressed with the quality of the system that Harman Kardon was able to put together for us. One of the neat things here, when we designed the center stack for the Boss, we put this little garage door here. This is also genuine walnut, and you know, it makes the instrument panel look a bit more original, but then you've got the access to the touchscreen, which now you have modern functionality, you know, including CarPlay and the backup camera and all the other features that come with this Pioneer touchscreen. Now, the Harman Kardon audio system consists of component speakers in the front and in the rear, and we have 2 amplifiers. There's one 1,000 watt amp for the subwoofer, which is located in the trunk, and there's another 800-watt amp that powers the 2 sets of component speakers. So you might say, wow, only 8 speakers, it doesn't sound like a lot. There's a lot of modern cars with 14, 16 speakers. It's true, one of the big challenges that we face with 60-year-old architecture is that these cars were not ever designed for premium audio systems. There was never an accommodation made for packaging speakers. And so that's one of the big challenges. Now, what is also true is that more speakers are not necessarily better. If you've got good quality speakers and they're placed properly and the sound processing is set up properly, you can have sound that really approaches the overall quality of a more sophisticated system with even more speakers. But anyway, that said, we've really maximized the available package space on this interior with this system. 6-inch component speakers in the front with tweeters in the door, and we have 6-inch speakers in the rear package shelf with tweeters there as well. The imaging has really been optimized for this car. So, one thing I learned going through this process with Harman Kardon is every OEM that offers a sophisticated premium audio system has created their own sound. They've chosen the type of sound that they want to have. We were able to do that as well. And I was able to participate with the Harman Kardon team and kind of tell them what I liked and what I didn't like, and they were able to tune the system. So it does have a little bit of my own personal preference in there. So that's our Harman Kardon Premium Audio System. Let's go take this car out on the road and crank up some tunes. All right, we're off. Car 360, Boss 429, black on black. Getting into this car makes me feel like I should be lighting up a Marlboro, and I don't even smoke. It's just badass. So we were talking about the Harman Kardon Premium Audio System and all the work that went into it to get it to the level that it is, to tune it for the acoustics of this interior environment. And that's just one example. That's an optional item on one of the cars that we built. And to think about the amount of development work that went into that, it's a lot. And you absolutely could not do that if you're not building, some kind of volume. You've got to have sort of a critical mass of volume to be able to cover those types of investments. And that's one of the things that really differentiates us from, the other players in the resto mod segment, is that because we just do one thing and we're leaders in that one thing, we're able to have this critical mass of volume that allows us to justify the investment to do development. So it's not just building. I would say building is just buying a lot of parts and putting them together. But development is actually designing your own parts where needed, testing them, refining them, validating them, making sure that they work perfectly. The outcome is completely different. All the different components in the system, you design it to work in harmony. It's just a markedly different outcome than what you get just from a collection of parts bolted together. All right, so let me showcase some of the tunes on our playlist. Obviously, I've got the best song of all time. Panama by Van Halen. So that was 1984, the album. That was my high school graduation year. 3 buddies of mine and I drove up to Atlanta. I lived in Athens, Georgia. Went to high school at Cedar Shoals High School in Athens, Georgia. We drove up to watch Van Halen in concert. That was the greatest day of my life up to that point. So we tuned the system to be able to play a wide variety of music, not just Van Halen, so don't worry about that. Anyway, having a good quality sound system, it's nice. It's really nice. And the interior of our 6970, it's quieter than the earlier cars. And so you're able to actually enjoy the better quality system. So I'm really happy with how it came out. It's just another example of, the benefit of doing the development work, taking the time, getting the right people with the right skills and technology and deploying them, and it just worked out really well. All right, thanks for watching.